Hi y'all, this is Charity from F.R.O.G Crochet. I know it's been a while and I didn't get my devotionals done. I went to the beach with my mother-in-law and all my sister-in-laws, and they got to go with me as well. We only went for about 3 days, but we had a blast spending time with family. But without further ado, I am going to do devotional for today, and it is called If Only. Hi, Butterroll Boutique. Welcome in. All right. It says, the Lord directs our steps, so why try to understand everything along the way? Proverbs 20:24. If only I had listened. If I hadn't done that. If only I hadn't said that or had said something else. If only I had known that if only I could do that over again. Regret, like bitterness, is a prison that we put ourselves in. But the Christian need not live in this prison, for it is a figment of our imaginations, of our flesh. The Lord directs our steps, so why try to understand everything along the way? We are asked in Proverbs 20:24. But I do try to understand because it gives me a sense of control, because that's what my flesh is all about. Me being in control. The Christian should list all of her if onlys and draw a circle around them, says Pastor Erwin Lutzer. Then he says we should label the entire circle the providence of God, for God is greater than the Christian's if only. His providential hand encompasses the whole of our lives, not just the good days, but the bad days too. What does God's word say about my if onlys? The timing of all events in my life is in God's hands. Psalms 31:15. He has determined where and when I will live. Acts 17:26. God works in bad circumstances for my good. Genesis 50:20. I make my plans, but he determines my steps, and his purposes prevail. Proverbs 16:9 and 19:21. My future is in his hands. Psalm 13. If something is of God, I can't overthrow it. Acts 5:39. Any riches or honor in my life comes from God. 1 Corinthians 29:12. The timing of my birth and death is set by God. Deuteronomy 32:39. When I realize that I'm not God and that he is in full control, my if onlys seem to lose their power, and thankfully so. Yes, when I've failed, I can come to him and ask for forgiveness. But I don't need to stay there in regret. The believer lives inside the circle of the providence of God. That's a comfort I need to focus on today. And for reflection, what if onlys have you been imprisoned by? And our prayer is, God, forgive me for forgetting that you are sovereign, for the times I've relied on my good plans or been in despair over my failures. Thank you for the comfort of living in the circle of your providence. All right. I finally got the this thing. The playmat for VBS done. This thing is huge. I got the little rocket that goes with it. I got that done. And you can take, I can get that off. Okay, come on, unvelcro. You can take the flames off and just have the little rocket by itself. Got 3 little wings. And then it's just a little Velcro pad here. And it just Velcros back together. I thought this was cute. The kids for Vacation Bible School is probably going to love this. When we actually start next week on Tuesday, we'll go from Tuesday to Saturday. And when it's all over, what I do, anything I make like this goes to one of the kids. So this rocket will be part of the solar system. And this is the playmat. And I got all the little planets down in here. But it's a little drawstring. This thing is huge. It's blanket size. It's like took forever. All right. I made this long enough so it could be one of the rings when it gets laid out. So, and each ring is for the planet, or each one of the planets. Well, I think I tied this a little too tight. It's not wanting to come loose. But, there we go. All right. I like that it ties up and it's got little loops crossed here to tie this closed. See, I got all the little, that's the sun. This one's the moon. We got Mercury, Venus, Earth. I loved how this one turned out. It looks just like it. There's Jupiter, Mars. That one's Neptune, the dark blue. Uranus, this one. That's Pluto. And there's Saturn. They're all in here. And they'll be going to church with me tomorrow. While I'm thinking about it. Well, I'll leave it untied because I need to get a picture. And I'm going to stick it on my... Whoa, I'm losing stuff here. It's like knocking things over. Set that over here. That's my finished object. The biggest thing was trying to get... I did not have the rocket and I didn't have the playmat finished. But I did have all the planets done. So I'm glad that's done and I got it done in time for Vacation Bible School. So yay and thank you. That did take a while to do. Let me pull this up so I can see the chat better because that over there is really teeny tiny. Let me turn that off so we don't hear me talking back at us. All right. But anyway, now in this, I've been working on this some. Last time you guys probably seen this. This is called the Healing Stitches. This thing's huge now. And I'm just using a bunch of scrap yarns that I had gotten at a thrift store. And I am on row 47. And I think there's 53 or 54 rows to go. And that's how far I've gotten on that. I've been using these little bags like this of just scrap yarns that I got. Now this one was 75 cents. I think I got a little bit of yarn out of this one, but not by much. Not a lot out of it. I haven't used it on this yet. I used it for, I think, that down there. And this is another one. This one was pretty full up to back here. And that's what I got left. I think this one is bag 4. Because I had 7 bags. It may be bag 5. I don't know. I think I had 7 bags, and there was one that was just nothing but white. And I think that's what all I got left. So that may be bag 5, and that's bag 6. And then I have added a little bit of my yarn that I had that was scrap yarns to it. And I know I've got some more scrap yarn. Then I'm going to make another one of these and just sew them together, and it'll be real double thick. But I've been enjoyed doing this one. It's called Healing Stitches. Mikey from Crochet Crowd has put this out. It's not his pattern. He tells you whose it is. But anyway, he's really easy to follow with it. I love doing this blanket. It's hard for me to put it down. That's how much I like doing this one. But anyway, and on my trip to the beach, there was a Hobby Lobby that was 30 minutes away, and I don't mind driving that because the closest Hobby Lobby to me in this area where I live at is over a 2-hour drive. So 30 minutes to me is nothing, because that's like me going to Joann's. So, but I thought I'd seen these, and I thought the kids for VBS would love these. And it is something they had on clearance, and it's freeze-dried ice cream sandwiches. And they had them on clearance for $1.12. I did check the date. They still are within, this says till 2025 that it's good. So we're good on that as far as the expiration date. But I just thought there was only 4 that was on clearance. I thought the kids would get a kick out of trying something like this. Maybe because this is what an astronaut would eat if they went to space. And our vacation Bible school is space themed. It's called Stellar. And anyway, I have been collecting these guys. I had 3 of theirs, and 2 of them were still $1.99. So it depends on what store you go to. This one is 6mm. I didn't have it, and I got that one. That was $1.99. Let's see. I know I got another one in here. That was $1. I wanted to go ahead and finish up my collection. There it is. Of course, my favorite color in blue. This 6.5 was $1.99. Now I know these weren't on sale, but I just figured, I was like, well, I was doing one at a time to try and complete my collection, but I just got tired of waiting, so I went ahead and did it. They had a sale on the yarn when we were there, but they didn't have a sale on this. And they didn't have any yarn on clearance either. I think they had already done theirs earlier in the year, but when I was there, I didn't see any clearance yarn. I did see like beads that was on clearance. They did have some of their tie-dye stuff was on clearance, but not a lot like they did the other time. I think they had already had it. And then I got the 7, which is a yellow. But I just love how these fit in my hands to crochet with. This was $2.29. And that was a 7mm. This is the 8. It's like a dark purple or kind of a navy blue maybe. But that's the 8mm, and it's $2.29. Then I got the 9 and the 10. The 9's this coral color, and 10 is this kind of a mint green. And these were $2.49. This up here says $3.49, but the sticker down here said $2.49. But what brand is this? This is Yarnology. This is the Hobby Lobby ones. But I love how they fit. It's got like a little, this gray right here is kind of a silicone rubber stuff. But I just like the way that they fit in my hands. I had a 4 and I like using it. And I've got a R.O.G counter. And it twists. And I think I don't know. My mother-in-law gave it to me in a set of crochet hooks. And it had some other stuff. I loved the yarn needles that it came with. But it don't like to, like if you get to a certain spot, it don't like to turn very good. But I found this. It had 2 of these. That's a digital R.O.G counter. This one was $1.49. The other one was $3.99. So I said, which one should I go with? $1.49 or $3.99? I said, no brainer. This one, the exact same thing. If they just, I guess where they did the price change, this one still was there. But if this works, it'll be a lot better than sitting there fiddling with that one that likes to stick. So I thought this would be better. Well, that yarn does not want to stay up here for anything. Yeah, I did find this. There's some beads right here. This was on sale. It was $2.49, but I like the colors. It's got purples and white. And it has a little bit of like browns in it, as I do stitch markers. And then I got some like inspirational cards that I usually, when I do my giveaways, I'll stick one of these in there. And my other box was running out. Usually it's the ones that you color, and Miss Kitty colors them for me. I have not opened this. This may already be colored. If they are, then it is what it is. But it'll be something I can throw in when I do a giveaway. As I'm running out of the ones that Miss Kitty has colored already, and she's got to be in the mood to want to color the those cards for me. And this I fell in love with because I love those old trucks. And this, whoops, got a glare. There we go. I know it's a zipper pull thing, but my husband got me a yarn bag for my anniversary, and it's got all kinds of zippers on it. So this is going to go on one of those zippers. But it's got little balls of yarn in the bed of the truck. Let me see if I can take this plastic off. Sorry about the rattle. Maybe you can see it better. There we go. There it is. And I'm going to stick that back in here. And then I love turtles. So I got me another one for another one of my zippers. And it's a little turtle, and its shell is yarn balls. I thought that was cute. And it's the same little zipper pull thingy. We'll stick him back in there. And then I thought I'd got this. This was 60 or 50% off. I think it's 50% off. And it says I love Jesus. So I can put it on my little thing here for my shawls when I get one done. That's that one. And then I found this. I thought I'd make a stitch marker out of it. And it was supposed to be 50% off. It says Faith Can Move Mountains. It's a little charm. It's got a little bit of white on top for the things. Oh, hi, Anita. Welcome in. And then I got these. I thought these were cute. The colors are not coming in. It's like a pinky orange with green and white. But I got those for $1.99 on clearance at that Hobby Lobby. And then I seen this when I was walking through. I've heard this is good. I haven't used it yet. But it's called Grandma's Secret Spot Remover. And it says it only takes just a little small dab of it to take up. And one of my favorite shirts, I wore it not too long ago. Actually, I think 4th of July. And I got done washing it, and it had this big old spot, like right here on my stomach. I said, oh my gosh, no. So I picked this up, and I hope that that'll take it out. It was $3.99. If not, I have some OxyClean stuff in there that might work. I'm hoping I can get that stain out because I love this shirt. It's one of my favorites. But no yarn. No yarn, y'all. I didn't get any yarn at Hobby Lobby. Are you surprised? I was surprised. I was shocked that I didn't. I came close. I came like this close. Because I found out one of my sisters is expecting, and she's due before my other sister. So I had my 3 youngest sisters. Let's see, one just had a baby not too long ago. She's the youngest. And then the one that's 3 years younger than me is due in October. And her birthday is in November. And then the other sister that's younger than me, she's 15 years younger than me, is going to be having a little baby. I don't know when it's due, but I know it's due sometime before October is all I know. And she's not finding out what she's having. Windex. I've never tried Windex on stuff. Okay. Dorothea? Is that how you say it? Don't know. Doretha? I'm not good at pronouncing names. I'm sorry. I tried. Oops. Missed one. Now, even though I didn't get yarn when I went to the beach, okay, I'll have to give that a try if that don't work. But I'm going to try it. How I found out about that grandma's stuff, when Miss Kitty was little bitty thing, there was a consignment shop in the next about an hour drive from here, and I took them some clothes, and they would give you credit on the clothes you brought them, but they went through a lot of my stuff, and they're like, well, we can't take this stuff because it's got stains on it, and we can't take this because it won't sell, and then we can't take this because it's a Walmart item and we can't sell it. So I had a little bit of a handful of stuff that they wouldn't take. But what got me was that very same day when they told me that some of the items they wouldn't take because it had stains on it, I went and found this little brown kind of velvet type, I don't know, it was weird looking kind of weird feeling material. But it was just so cute and I had to get it. But it had a stain on it. I went ahead and got it. But I did say something to the lady. I said, I thought you didn't sell stuff that had stains on it. Because I just brought some stuff in and you wouldn't take it because it had stains. But this has a stain on it. Oh, well, we got this stain remover stuff. You could try it. They wouldn't take nothing off of it or nothing and didn't apologize to me for the fact that they told me that they didn't take things that it has stains on it, and yet I was buying a dress that had stains on it. She didn't apologize. She just says, "Oh, well, we sell this," and that was what they were selling, was that grandma's stain remover stuff. But I didn't go back then after that because that just made me so mad because they didn't apologize to me for it, telling me that they don't take stuff that's stained when they had stuff in their shop that was stained up. And then she just offered me some stain remover to purchase. And I was just like, forget it. And I just quit taking stuff to them. So after that, I found somebody else that I knew that had a little girl and started passing on clothes to them. And then after I couldn't, I think whoever I was passing that on to, their daughter outgrew clothes faster than Miss Kitty did. So I started just giving them to Goodwill. So, but anyway, I did go and get some stuff. One of the little girls that goes to our church, she's got a birthday coming up, and her birthday is actually the week of next week sometime during Vacation Bible School. But I found this little doll at the Goodwill that I go to. I got this for $2.99. So $3 for this little doll. It's got a few stains on it. I tried a dry eraser. I sat there and scrubbed with that, and it didn't come off. Other stuff came off, but and then I even tried rubbing alcohol. That wouldn't come off. I might try Windex. If I have some, I think I might have some somewhere. I might try Windex, see if that works. She came with little pink shoes. I've got them in the other room as her feet were wet from me washing them off. So I wanted to wait for the shoes to dry and her feet to dry before I put her shoes back on her. But I'm going to take this little outfit off and I'm going to crochet a little dress for this. And I'm going to do a little hat so that maybe we can cover up this stuff on her head. But for $2.99, that's a deal because brand new at Walmart would be $10 or more for a doll like this. But anyway, I asked her, I think it was last Sunday, she had told me that, because I asked her what her favorite color was, and she told me periwinkle. Well, I went to Joann's looking all over the place for periwinkle. This was the only thing I found that was periwinkle, and it says a light periwinkle, and it is a Red Heart Super Saver, and it looks more blue to me, but I got this one. And then I found this one at Walmart, and it's called Light Jasmine. And, okay. Joann's, $4.49. Walmart, $3.99. This one is a lot softer than this one. I don't know, I guess it must be the dye or something in it, but You can tell the difference now that they're closer together, but I'm going to try to come up with a hat and a dress for this little doll. But my biggest finds at Joann's, I went grocery shopping today. And why not go stop at Joann's? Because it's 30 minutes and it's in the town that I was shopping in, grocery shopping. So they had their clearance, and they also had 25% off their clearance stuff. Every time I go up there, I've been eyeing this. This was on clearance. Five something. Hold on. Just $5.47, and I got 25% off of this, so it made it $4.10. And this is called Big Twist Vista. It's a one weight, very thin, but I just thought this color was really pretty, and it is called Sea Spray. It has 705 yards. Then they had this, which is knit and crochet, and it's premium yarn. Essentials cotton. It's 100% cotton. The colorway is Santa Fe, and it's a 3-weight. These were $3.47 a piece, and with the 25% off, made it $2.60 a piece. And I got 5 of these because that's what they had left. But they had like sand, fall colors is what. And this, you see the blues. There's not the blues in this one, but it is in there. It's just how these are wound, but that's the same color as this. But I got 5 of those. So I don't know what I'm going to make, but I'm going to make something for... yes, Anita does have a channel. Let me see. Anita's not a mod on my channel, but I will drop her link here. Give me a sec. But I got these for $2.60 each at Joann's today. Hi, Daigo. Welcome in. Give me a sec. Let me get on my phone, and I will drop Anita's link in the chat for you. Butter roll. You'll love Anita. She's so sweet, and she's funny. I fell in love with her watching her very first video of her going and surprising her dad for Father's Day. You'll just have to check it out. It's cool. But give me a sec, and I'll get that link for you. There we go. There's her link for you. And my other big find, I just love this. You know the mandala bundles? Or the mandala yarn? And you got the bonus bundle. These run regular price $20 at Joann's. Now this one is called Sasquatch. I got 2 of these. They were on clearance for $10.97, and I got 25% off of that. So I got 2 of these at $8.23 each. And this is the big ones. This is double. Yeah, this is the bonus bundle. This has 1,181 yards in just this big one. But because it was on clearance, I got 2. That was my finds today. And do you have Daigo? Let me go ahead and put Daigo's channel on here too, if y'all don't have her. Oh, we got Yarn Works with Lydia. Hi, Lydia. Welcome in. Let me see. Sorry if it's not coming in. Let's see. No, I got one here somewhere. I will sorry, Miss Kitty's already in bed, so she's usually my tech help. And I only have 2 moderators besides myself, which is Miss Kitty and Crystal, the Yarny Chicken Crazy Cat Lady. Oh, come on, I know. I got so many people that I follow. I want to do this. Sorry, I'm trying to find Daigos on here. Unless wonderful YouTube has took me off of Daigos. Ah, there it is. There we go. I'll put Daigo up here. Okay, that should take you to Daigo's. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to get there, but it's slow going. And it took me a while to get to 400. But I need to start doing more videos too, Anita. But when summer's over, maybe I can do a little bit more. As with Miss Kitty and everything, she does all her schooling online, so I got more time then. But during the summer, I just feels like I'm constantly on the go all the time. All right, Lydia, I'm going to try to get your link up too for you. Let's see. think. Anita, would you like to be a moderator for me? All right, there you go. You should be a moderator now. That way, maybe, because actually last time I had a live, I actually had somebody pop in and I had to take care of it myself. I was me and one other person, and then all of a sudden, and I blocked them because she was telling me to leave it alone because that gives me views and stuff, but because of what they were typing, I didn't care for it. It was saying that they were a racist over and over and over again. It kept putting in the comments, I'm a racist, I'm a racist. So I deleted and blocked them and reported them. But hopefully I won't have a troll this time. Thank you for doing that. That helps me a lot. Because I'm having to sit here and scroll through. Thank you, Anita. Okay, Dago, I can make you a moderator too. I appreciate it. This Miss Kitty is either doing the videos with me, or she's trying to sleep. So, because I'm usually doing late ones. So, and if I'm fuzzy and stuff, I'm sorry. My Chromebook keeps doing updates with. It's just automatically doing updates on there. So, but you are a moderator. Maybe if you type something, it might come up now that you're a moderator, Dago. So you should be in blue now. Thank you, ladies. I appreciate it. As I said, it's hard to sit here and talk and watch chat and try to do this too. It really helps a lot. Oh, she has a link. Oh, cool. I'll have to check her out. Oh, I'm already subscribed to her. Okay, cool. I'll have to go and check out some of her videos. I've been so busy with summer that trying to get this stuff done. I've been trying to clean house and get this house organized. My husband took this week off for vacation, and it's not really been a vacation for him. He's had to do a lot of work. We're going to have to redo the bathroom down here. Eventually, he's going to rip out the floor and stuff because the shower was leaking, and so it rotted out a spot. When he took it out, literally the floor just fell through. It's how bad it was. So yeah, I seen that. That's the one I posted was your keychain video. I'll have to check that one out. But I haven't really been. I've been trying to keep up with Anita's. Been trying to keep up with Seta. Seta's place. She does. Me and her get to meet up. I would love to meet up with Miss Anita. Maybe I can sometime. Occasionally we take trips out to Missouri. Maybe we could stretch our legs a little bit and go meet Anita, because we do drive through Kentucky a little bit when we drive out to Missouri, as we don't fly. we drive, and it's over 16 hours, at least where my dad used to live. I don't know who is closer now, him or um, um, shoot, him or mom. So I hope to go out next year. In the summertime, we like to go during the summer so the kids can go with us. Miss Kitty could go, and I'd have to take little man out of school for a whole week if we went during the school season. So we try to go. Excuse me. We try to go during the summer to go visit when we do. But this year we did a big anniversary trip for me and my husband because we celebrated our 20 years this year in April. And a friend of ours booked a hotel for us. He's got some kind of points thing that he gets, I guess timeshare thing, or I don't know. Anyway, he used these points to get this room for us on the weekend at Outer Banks. And we got to go. I have always loved lighthouses. And my husband knows that I love lighthouses. He took me to one when little man was 3. So that was, let's see, he'll be 10. Wow. He'll be 10 in September. So he's 9. So 6 years ago. So 6 years ago, we went and seen one lighthouse, and he wanted to go see the USS North Carolina battleship and we were on the vacation the week of my husband's birthday. So, speaking of somebody's birthday's coming up, I might have to do a birthday giveaway, y'all. Well, thank you, Miss Daigo. Yeah, it was in April. The reason we did April was it was cooler. And he had some family members that was coming out, elderly family members that was coming out. And we wanted to do it in a cool month so they didn't get overheated traveling. And they had to travel from North Carolina up here to Virginia. So we tried to do a cooler month. And it was off season, so it was great. We didn't have the beach wasn't overcrowded. We did go to the beach, but we just walked it. We didn't get in because the water was too cold in April. So we just checked it out. My husband got tickled with me that year because one of his aunts had a trailer at the beach, and she let us stay for our honeymoon at that trailer for free. And she usually just rented it out to the family. Basically, the only thing she charged you for was just maintenance stuff that they have to pay for, like the electricity. They used to have cable, I think, up there, but they quit doing that. They just have standard local stuff. And then there was like trash service that they had to pay for. So basically your little, just everyday stuff that that's all she charged you for. She didn't make no money off of it at all. But she let us stay for free as a wedding gift, and it was during the off season. But that was the first time that I got to see the ocean for just in person. I've seen, growing up as a kid, seen videos and TV shows and stuff like that. My mom tells me that I did see an ocean when I was really young. Apparently my aunt lived in Germany, and we went out there. Um, but I remember going to see my aunt. I don't remember that she was in Germany, and I don't remember seeing the ocean, really, because I was so little. I don't remember it. So that was the first time I actually really got to see the ocean. And my husband was tickled to see somebody's face seeing the ocean for the first time. Um, so the our honeymoon was the first time I'd ever got to see the ocean. Now, actually getting in it was several years later that we actually went and got in it and got to swim in it. Because usually we went in the off season. We'd go in April for our anniversary. I went with his mom and dad in October one time because he had took a trip uh, with some friends of his to another state, and I had a week's of vacation. I'm going, what am I going to do? Just hang out here? And his mom's like, oh, you got vacation? She said, well, can you take it in October? I said, well, I'll find out. The very next day, I said, yeah, I can go. And I said, why? She said, well, we're going to go and get this house on the beach in October. You want to go with us? And it was her cousin and some other family members, and they would split the cost. And I think when I went for that whole week with everybody that was in the house, it was my mother-in-law, my father-in-law, her cousin, and her husband, and then her two brothers, and then another lady. It was a friend of the family, and then another couple, and then me. So 10 of us. We split the cost, and it was $100 a piece for the whole week for staying there. And then we all pitched in money to buy groceries for us that week. And I didn't have to cook the whole week. I had these very well experienced ladies that was very well and very good at cooking. And I even offered to help do dishes, and they wouldn't let me. They was like, no, you're on vacation. I'm like, well, you are too. But they wouldn't let me out. They wouldn't let me help clean. They wouldn't let me help cook. So I said, okay. That was a good trip. That was what, shoot, that was a vacation anybody dreams of, that you don't have to cook, clean, and the only thing I had to do was clean up after myself in my room. So, and I had my own room, and it had a bathroom. So, there was 2 beds in my room, but I found out why that nobody slept in the other bed, because the picture fell off the wall and almost hit me in the head one night. Let me see what Anita's saying. I can't see. So, okay. Daigo says, hubby and I never had honeymoon. We'll be celebrating our 44th of December. Well, when in December? Because Miss Kitty's birthday is in December. See, Miss Anita says, I've never been to the ocean, never going to. I can't swim. My mom always said you can't get near the water till you learn how to swim. Anita says, same here, Daigo. You've been married. That's it. Anita's been married for 35 years and never had one. Well, I'll tell you, if it wasn't for his aunt, which we were going to pay her to stay, but she just told us to stay for free. And I really we didn't get a whole week, as I had started a new job, and it was just me and this other lady in that department, and she's like, well, I gotta have my days off. I was like, so I had to be back in time to make it in time for her um for her 2 days off for the week. Let's see. How you remember Miss Kitty's birthday? Yeah, hers is December 1st. Yours is December 7th. Oh, and your birthday is on the 22nd. Huh. That's 2 days after my mom's. I should remember that. My mom's birthday is December 20th, 5 days before Christmas. She always hated that because she had to share her birthday. Her birthday and Christmas got shared, but she also has a twin. So she got double whammy. She has a twin, and then her birthday got celebrated on Christmas as well. So oh, look, I missed one here. Says Anita says she's been busy all week. Oh, with blackberries. Ooh, what you been making with them? Digo says she shares her birthday with an older sister. Couple, you can. Oh wow, how many years between you and your sister? That's interesting. Y'all have the same birthday, a different year. Jelly, yeah. You know, Anita, I've been watching. When I go to my sister-in-law's house, I have some blackberry bushes down there, but they didn't produce anything. I just think it's just a bunch of stick burrs. It bloomed like it was going to have blackberries, but it never did put any blackberries. But I've been watching over across the road from our sister-in-law's house. Her brother-in-law's house is across the road, and there's blackberry bushes across there, and I've been watching them. They haven't had very many black ones. They've been mostly red. But I've noticed there's a little bit of black ones. I would have done it this afternoon, but we ended up with some rainstorms when I got home, and it's been kind of raining off and on. It's actually raining right now, so I didn't go over there to get any. I might tomorrow, hopefully, get some. Let's see. Okay, Dago says 9 years between me and my sister. She and her hubby's anniversary is December 10th. Oh, well, everything in December, huh? Anniversaries. Yours is the 7th of December. And your birthday's the 22nd. Hers is the 22nd. Her anniversary is the 10th. Wow, that's a lot of stuff going on in December. Plus Christmas. Yeah, the scars to prove it. Yeah, that's the only thing I'm not looking forward to is those yeah, the thorns. My mom, uh, one of our neighbors, he lived up the road from us, and he had a trailer, and we lived on the dirt road. He put his mailbox down at the dirt road because if he put his mailbox in front of his house on the paved road, it would be the next town over address, not the address that his trailer actually lived on, was in the town we lived in. And so he put his mailbox behind the house. But there's this little hillside over there and he had this nice little path right beside his mailbox. And then there's a little bit of a clearing too. It's, I think maybe a tree right behind his mailbox. But all along there is just nothing but blackberry bushes all across there. And it, I wouldn't say half a mile, it was a lot. But anyway, he had called us up and he told my mom, he says, come up here and get some of these blackberries, because we've been picking blackberries and we've been picking blackberries. He said, we're tired of picking blackberries. So if you want some, come up here and get it, because there's plenty of them. And I mean, it was, I'd say the section was probably as wide as this room. And this is a pretty good sized room. But Mom had us, she's like, all right, y'all, we're going up here. We're picking blackberries. She said, put long sleeve shirt on, put you some pants on, and bring an extra, and get a belt that's too big for you. I said, why do we need a belt too big for us? She said, you'll see. So anyway, we got done, we got dressed, and we're in the middle of summer. And we're like, Mom, you're crazy. You want us to wear a long sleeve shirt and pants. And it's hot as can be outside. She said, you'll see why you want them. So we got dressed, and here she comes with duct tape. What are you going to do with that? She takes that duct tape, goes around the ends of our sleeves, tapes them as tight as she can without cutting circulation off on both of our wrists. And then she takes and tapes the bottom of our pant legs shut, and then sprays us down with bug spray. And then she's like, all right, where's your belt? I'm like, oh, right here. She's like, all right, put that around and loosely, but don't fasten it yet. So, okay. And she goes and gets these gallon ice cream buckets, and she sticks it on our belt, and then fastens it loosely. She says, here you go. Now I'll go get in the car. I'll be there soon. Oh, okay. And so she got both me and my sister fixed up. She got herself, after she got us fixed up, she went and taped herself and sprayed herself down, and she come and got in the car, and she's like, all right, we're going. We're like, what are we doing? And she's got us taped up, sprayed down with bug spray, and buckets on a belt. And we're still not knowing what we're supposed to be doing, why she's got us dressed for the winter, and got a bucket hanging off of our hip. And we're just like, what in the world is she doing? And she's like, all right, we're going to go up the hill here at the neighbor's house, and we're going to pick blackberries. And she said, we're going to stay there till our buckets are full. And I was like, okay. I said, well, why the long sleeves and why the bug spray? She's like, well, the long sleeves, because so you don't get snagged with thorns. And the pants, long pants for that reason too, so you don't get scratched by the thorns. And the bug sprays to hopefully keep the ticks and chiggers off of you. I said, okay. She said, but now I don't have anything to ward off the snakes, though. So be careful and watch out for those. I said, you had to go and say snakes, huh? Because I was terrified, and I still am terrified of snakes. So, yeah. But we would go up there several days, and we'd go home with 3 gallons full of blackberries. Of course, it took my little sister at the time. She was the youngest. She's 3 years younger than me. It took her longer to fill her bucket, because half the time she was sitting there shoveling them in her mouth, and she was putting more in her mouth than she was putting in her bucket. I said, hey, look, it's hot out here. we need to get that bucket full so we can go home and get out of here. I said, I am sweating bullets. Y'all, come on. Quit eating them. I said, I'm getting hot, sweaty. I said, Mom's got us dressed for winter, and I'm sweating like a pig. You're sitting there shoving your mouth full of them as fast as you can. So Mom's like, yes, cut that out. Put them in the bucket. And so she finally, and so she moved down further, so I couldn't see her. But it still took her longer to fill her bucket because she was sitting over there eating them as fast as she could off of the vines. I ate a few, but not as many as she did. But it did take her forever to fill her bucket. But it was so funny because Mom's like, you need this, and then she come out there and taped us all up, sprayed us down, bug spray. What in the world do you want us to do? What are we doing? And she didn't tell us till we got in the car what we were doing. And but man, those blackberries. But the next day, after the second time, didn't have to hesitate to tell us. She's like, all right, let's go get blackberries. Me and my sister, we go get our clothes on real quick. She'd tape us up. She'd spray us down. She didn't even have to tell us twice to get our belt. And we had our belts. We were ready to go. We'd be up in the car, ready to roll. We'd go pick us blackberries. She would wash them up and she'd put them in little bags, but she would put sugar in there. And oh my goodness, the blackberry cobblers, oh, that was so good. And then sometimes she'd make like blackberry syrup to go on pancakes. Oh, homemade blackberry syrup was so good. I miss those. But yeah, I want to go get me some blackberries. Hopefully, cross fingers, we'll have some good weather tomorrow so I can go get me some blackberries. Because I've been eyeing those blackberries every time I drive by my sister-in-law's house. Even whenever we came home, because she rode with me when we went to the beach, I went and picked her up from her house, and we drove to her mom's and spent the night there, and then we went to the beach the next day. But I was sitting there driving, and I'm like watching those blackberries. Man, there's only like 2 or 3 black ones on there. The rest are still red. Darn it. Well, you know. And then we come back. I was like, I wonder if we got any black ones now because it's been almost a week. And so I was like, well, there's a few more. And today I was really eyeing them today. And I said, dang, too bad I can't get over there and get some. And sure enough, I was like, but it looks like it's going to rain. After I got Miss Kitty picked up, because I went and dropped her off. She went somewhere with her aunt today for a little bit, and I went grocery shopping. Little man stayed here with Dad. And anyway, they both played video games. My husband was on his computer playing video games. The little man was in the living room playing video games. So they had a guys stayed chilling out, and they kind of bachelored it while we were gone too. And I told him, I warned him, I said, now little man, I said, while mommy's gone at the beach, I said, you're probably going to survive on ramen noodles, chicken nuggets, and pizza rolls. So be prepared to live on ramen noodles, chicken nuggets, and pizza rolls while I'm gone. But he actually took him out one night. They were going to go to Pizza Hut, but the Pizza Hut they went to, he didn't get good service. They think they stood there for, I think he said 5 minutes, and nobody waited on them. So he's like, let's go somewhere else. So he's like, okay. Woman says, how about Subway? My husband said, do what? You want to go to Subway, not McDonald's? Oh, yeah, let's go to McDonald's. So he took him to McDonald's the first night. And they actually went to the lake, too. He took him to the lake for about 3 hours. My husband said he got sunburnt, but it was shoulders. Little man got a little bit on his face. I got sunburnt at the beach. As you see, I'm scratching. Sorry. it's starting to heal, but it's itchy now. So, I don't know if y'all see it or not. I'm a little bit red up here. I can't. It can't. What? It's not. There we go. I'm red. That's this side was worse than this side over here. But it's starting to heal, so if you see me scratching, that's what it is. It's my sunburn. It's all back here, up through here. I didn't wear sunscreen. The sunscreen that we had that we couldn't find. Don't know where it went. I think Miss Kitty had it last. But wherever it went, I can't wear it. I'm allergic to it. So we found that out last summer. We went to the beach with his cousin, and it was the first time we had vacationed with his cousin and his family. We went and I had put it on, and I was itching worse than this from the lotion, so I don't wear it. And he actually got some for a little man when he went to the lake. Let me get caught up here. It says, Miss Anita says, did you plant anything this year? Yes, I did. I had a friend of mine give us a spaghetti squash last year from his garden, and I saved some seeds from it and dried them. And I actually planted 5 of them, and I've got 4 plants coming up from those. One of the 5 didn't come up, and I got one of the squash plants, spaghetti squash, is not doing so good. The others are going really good. They're growing pretty good size, and I think I started seeing some blooms starting to come out. They haven't bloomed yet. I guess buds, I should say, coming up on the squash plants. And then I had 4 green bean seeds from last year's green beans that kind of dried out. I didn't get to them. So I went ahead, dried the seeds out, planted those. And I thought I had some more green bean seeds left over from last year, but I didn't. So I had to go get more. And I planted, I don't know how many of those. I planted 2 rows. There's several of them coming up now out there. I did plant some summer squash, the yellow squash. Planted 4 seeds of those. Not one of those came up whatsoever out of the 4 that I planted. And so I was like, well, maybe I'll just try doing a plant that's already started and not try to do from a seed because it was so late. Where I went to Walmart, I didn't try Lowe's. But the only thing they had was zucchini and eggplant. They didn't have any more summer squash. So, I really didn't want to do eggplant because I'm the only one in the house that likes eggplant. Maybe one plant might have been okay, but I'm the only one that likes it. Nobody else in the house likes it. So I ended up actually getting a sweet banana pepper plant. And actually got 2 banana peppers, one like this long on there already, and one little bitty, and it's starting to curl. So I haven't picked any yet, but I do have some banana peppers out there. And then I think it's called a Cubella, something like that. It's a sweet pepper as well. And so far, I found one really big one on it, and it's got a bunch of little tiny ones. And it's supposed to be a sweet pepper as well. But I have not gotten any green beans yet because they just started to bloom because I planted my stuff late. I guess the first part of June was when I planted mine. Let's see. Anita says they are selling $35 a gallon here this year. You were happy you wore them, I bet. Yeah. After wearing the winter clothes, the only thing I had problems with was where my skin was showing above my socks. Was just a little section, but all the way around my ankles where my socks didn't and my pants didn't cover my legs, I actually did end up with chiggers. And because I'm sitting there, I was clawing at myself and clawing at myself. I said, Mom, what in the world is wrong with my legs? I said, I'm itching so bad. I said, it ain't ticks. And she's like, well, guess what? She said, you got chiggers. Now you know why people don't like your nickname. Because my grandmother nicknamed me Chigger. And I said, why? Because they're so irritating? She said, exactly. That's why people don't like chiggers. But in both legs, all the way around. I'm like, what in the world? How do I get this to stop? And I ended up taking, I think she told me to put clear fingernail polish all the way around my leg to smother them out. And that worked. But yeah, I had them all the way around both ankles. My sister didn't have any. And Mom sprayed me down with bug spray. But it still did work for me. But they did not, for some reason they liked me, but they didn't like her. Mom had a few, but not as many as I had. I don't know. Mom told me, she said I was the sweetest one out there. That's why they like me so much. I said, ha, ha, ha. Okay. Anita says that's why my husband don't need to help me pick the blackberries, because he's eating them faster and he's putting them in the bucket. Gotcha. Yeah, I told Miss Kitty she needs to help me. She said, well, Mom, I'd probably be doing the same thing as Aunt Miranda did. I'd probably be eating them faster than I'm putting in the bucket. I said, well, I guess you'll be staying home then, because I want to make a blackberry cobbler. There's only a few bushes up there. Okay. Dago says, I'm back. Had to help my mother-in-law, with something. Take care of her. She says, Dago takes care of her. She's 89. Oh, wow. 89 years old. Cool. My husband's family will be doing a birthday party thing at the end of this year, or this month, sorry, not this year, end of this month. And this will probably be the last celebration party thing that they'll do for his dad. If his dad had made it to July, he would have been 89. But he passed away in March of this year, and he was 88. So, but they're going to do one last birthday party for him. They had planned on doing anyway. But anyway, I don't know. My husband wants to go, and I don't know. I don't know how well this is going to go. I have a feeling it's going to be full of tears. They may do a lot of stories about him. If they do, then I might try to get my recorder. The only thing is that it's going to probably be extremely, extremely loud, because his family is very loud. Even he talks really loud. I'm not very loud. Actually, one of the days, me and Miss Kitty, we were at the beach with them. Me and her went shopping. That's why we went to Hobby Lobby, and we drove 30 minutes to get there. Is me and her both are going, oh, we got a headache. My ears hurt. because all of them were talking and telling stories, and they were getting really, really, really loud. So me and Miss Kitty took off just to get some quiet for a little while. So, but anyway, you guys take turns taking care of her. I'll have her till August. Then she'll go to my brother and sister-in-law's. Yeah, my father-in-law had dementia really bad, and actually part of the reason why my mother-in-law did this trip to the beach is one of her sons. My husband is the youngest of 7 kids, but her oldest son, his wife has Alzheimer's, and he don't get a break from taking care of her very much, and he needed a break, and she offered to take her with us if she was willing to go. And she told her, if she's not willing to go, don't force her. But if she wants to go, let her go. And if we have any problems, we'll call you. But she did really good. The first night, I guess the first night was the worst one. She got really mad. Because she didn't know where, I guess because she was so tired and she didn't know where she was, and he wasn't around. She's used to him being around 24/7, and he wasn't there. So she got mad. She didn't even recognize her own stuff at first. What bag was hers, and they finally found her bag, and they're like, well, we think this is yours, and maybe if you'll look at some of the stuff that's in the bag, that you might recognize it as being yours. And so they pulled out a few things, and she's like, yeah, that's mine. And but she wouldn't sleep. I was going to sleep on the couch just to keep an eye on the door, just in case, because she does like to excuse me, she does like to wander, and so just in case she don't try to get out, I was going to sleep on the couch. And anyway, and then she was going to sleep in one of the rooms. There was 3 rooms. There was 2 king size. I'm on here. What do you need?
Wait, is that live?
Yes. Sorry, little man came in.
I wanted to show you something.
Well, not right now. Okay.
These are hard to find.
Mm-hmm.
You can't buy them anymore.
Well, yeah, because I think I got them for clearance. Right. For you on clearance. Right. And let me do this, okay?
Yeah, but
I think I heard...
You can't get these anymore?
I think I heard Bandit out here on the front porch. You might tell us. Is sis still up or no? She in bed?
She's in bed.
Alright.
Do you want me to go to bed?
It's up to you. I heard something out here on the front porch. I don't know if that was Miss Bandit or not.
Oh.
Anyway.
I hope it's not a snake.
I hope not either. Alright. Why ain't you in bed? It's already 10 o'clock. We got church tomorrow.
Wait, what day is it?
Today's Saturday. Tomorrow's Sunday. It's after 10. You need to go to bed. We got church tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay?
I've learned.
Good night. See you in the morning. Sorry. Apparently Daddy left him and there was Sissy and she's already went to bed. Anyway. So. But she was supposed to stay in one of the rooms with one of my other sister-in-laws. And, but she gravitated to me a lot. during the trip. So she got so mad anyway. They kept talking to her and stuff, and they finally left her in there with me in the living room. She came in there, sat down, and at one point she just said, just wish y'all just leave me alone. Just leave me alone. So I didn't talk to her. I just sat there, crocheted, did my own thing, left her alone, and she finally went to sleep. And I think a lot of it was she was just very tired. But she just, for some reason, wanted to be near me, and I was the only one she really wanted to be near. So, but she's always got along with me when we had the family functions. So far, she knows who I am. She hasn't forgotten who I am. So that's a good thing. But so the next night, because I was going to be driving home the next morning, the second night, they changed up bedding arrangements, and they told me that, we're going to put you in this room, and we're going to put her with you, and it's just going to be you two in there, since she seems to be following you around quite a bit and wants to be near you. We're going to let her be in there with you. And so I was like, okay, as long as she sleeps, because she did once she calmed down and she sat down on the couch, and she went to sleep sitting on the couch. And they're like, why don't you put the recliner back or whatever? I was too scared to mess with the recliner to make her mad, so I just let it go. She eventually fixed it where she could lay down. Well, thank you, Anita, for coming in. But anyway, she laid down with me for a little bit, and then she told me, she said, well, I gotta go find my favorite blanket that I like to sleep with when I'm cold. I said, okay. I said, I'm gonna lay down here and I'm gonna go ahead and go to bed because I gotta drive tomorrow. I got like 4 hours to drive back home. She said, okay. So I left the door open, left the light on so she could see to get in. And she went in the other room for a little while. Then she came back. She laid down for a little while. And then she got up. She didn't say anything to me, but she left the light on. And she went in there. And I heard my daughter and the other girl talking. So I figured, they were going to watch her, keep an eye on her. She got up, and she did. So I just thought, well, I still couldn't sleep because she kept coming and going. She got what they call fidgety at night, and she'd go to each room, just my room, but she kept going in all the rooms. And my daughter said that she kept coming in saying, there's a bunch of people in there, but I know why they're here. But anyway, my daughter said she finally, after fidgeting, going back and forth several times through the night, messing with everybody's doors and going in. She even went in some of the door rooms and come back out. But shoot. She finally went in there, sat down on one of the couches, put the recliner up, went to sleep for a little bit. And then my daughter said she woke up and took off, didn't say anything. She said she ended up taking a shower. And then she come back out there and sat on the couch again, put the recliner up, went to sleep for the rest of the night. So, but apparently in her travels of going through the rooms and stuff, apparently she was going through people's luggage because my mother-in-law told her husband that there was probably extra things in her luggage, which there was a pair of shorts that she got of mine, and she was actually wearing them that next morning when we were leaving. And my mother-in-law said, "Don't worry about it. I'll tell her husband that those are yours, and he'll get them back." I said, "That's fine." I said, "If I don't get them back, I've had those for quite a while, so I'm not worried about it." But she did. He went through her suitcase or her bag, and he found a bunch of stuff that was other people's stuff, because there was others there that was looking for things and they couldn't find it, and we all kind of figured that might have been in her bag. And but anyway, he's gotten a hold of some of it and has took it over to my mother-in-law's house. And but unfortunately, like I said, I'm not worried about it that she has those, but those shorts is now hers because she won't let go of them. I don't know if he's gotten a hold of them and tried to give them back to my mother-in-law, but she won't give them up. She says those are her shorts, that they're not mine. She won't give them up. So I said, "Don't worry about it. That's fine. She can have them. I don't care." That, because I had those before Miss Kitty was born, so they're 15 years old. So if she wants them, she can have them. That's fine, because they fit her. So that's fine. But anyway, I've been on here for an hour and a half. Wow. I think I've made it to 2 hours one time. But I think I'm going to hop off of here because it is extremely hot in this room. I'm going to go in the other room where the air conditioning is at. There's no air conditioner in this. We don't have central air in this house. We have window units. And I've been in this hot room for an hour and a half. So I think I'm going to say good night, y'all. I hope y'all have a good rest of the weekend. And hopefully it won't be as long the next time I get on here and see y'all. So I hope you have a wonderful and blessed rest of the weekend. Good night.